Heading into the NBA draft last Thursday night, there was plenty of speculation as to what the Sixers might do with their 23rd overall pick. Whether that was trading it or picking one of the many promising draft prospects available, no one really knew what the Sixers were going to end up doing. The Sixers came out of the draft without drafting a player, but instead trading their first-round pick and a starter from the past 2 years, Danny Green, for a player that I feel like has gone under the radar pretty much his entire career and will now get to come into Philadelphia, take on a bigger role, and hopefully be able to shine. That player is De'Anthony Melton, guard from the Memphis Grizzlies, and I think he will be a great fit here in Philadelphia, and I think that this was a great trade for Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers as they are trying to build a championship team for this 2022-2023 NBA season. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the trade and why this was actually a very underrated move for the Philadelphia 76ers and why it makes them better ultimately heading into the season. So let's get into it. So leading up to the draft, there were plenty of reports coming out about some of the Sixers' potential plans that involved trades with players, packaging with that first-round pick, or potentially players that the Sixers would be willing to take at that spot. The main rumor that was floating around was Matisse Thybulle and the draft pick for an Eric Gordon type of swap. However, this turned out to be somewhat of a smokescreen, as this didn't actually end up coming into play, and they instead were able to get off the bigger contract in Danny Green in this trade, as the official trade was Danny Green and the number 23 overall pick, which ended up being David Roddy out of Colorado State, for Memphis Grizzlies guard De'Anthony Melton. Now, when this happened, it completely shocked me because there was no type of speculation talking about a potential De'Anthony Melton to the Sixers type of move being made. But when it happened, I was actually really excited about the move because I know De'Anthony Melton is a good player and I think he's going to be a good fit on this team, but as I really start to look at it, I like this trade more and more. So we'll start with what it does in terms of salary. First of all, it gets rid of Danny Green's contract. As much as I like Danny Green in the 2 years he was here, he was now injured, and he has a $10 million salary, and they were able to trade him and get something in return for him despite him being injured and with that large contract. So it was actually a good trade to be able to do that, and we were able to bring in a player that is still young and hasn't quite gotten as big of an opportunity. Anthony Melton right now we know can come in and contribute for this Philadelphia 76ers team. He's very productive in multiple areas of the game, which we'll get to in a minute. But you also have to take into consideration that any rookie that would come in would have to earn their playing time, and you don't always know if Doc Rivers would be willing to play a player that young. And then again, you don't know how productive they could potentially be in their first season. And then with the Philadelphia 76ers trying to win a championship right now, this might be the best possible move to still get a young player that can come in and contribute now to winning. But yeah, I think De'Anthony Melton is going to be a great fit on this Philadelphia 76ers team, and I think he's going to be a really good player. I would compare this trade to the draft day trade that they made for Seth Curry a couple years ago in Daryl Morey's first season as the president of basketball operations for the team. They're bringing in a player that has been good in his career so far, but hasn't really been given as much of an opportunity as I feel like they need to really show what they can do. Looking at De'Anthony Melton's stats and some of the things he's done in his career, it's obvious that if he gets a bigger role, I think he will shine in that role. So last season, he was able to put up 10.8 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game, all this in just 22 minutes per game. With more minutes, I'm sure De'Anthony Melton will be able to show that he can even put up bigger stats than that, but it's not just about those stats particularly. De'Anthony Melton is a very good defender. He's 6'2" with a 6'9" wingspan. He's at the top of the league, along with Matisse Thybulle in steal percentage, deflection percentage. He just has a nose for the basketball, and he's able to disrupt things on the defensive end. He's a very good rebounding guard. I believe he averages over 7 rebounds per game per 36 minutes, which is top 5 among guards 6'5" and under. And he's able to knock down the three-point shot, as I believe last season he shot the three at around 37% and has shot the ball over the past 2 seasons 38% from three, and is very good at the catch and shoot, as he shot around 40% on those attempts as well. De'Anthony Melton is everything that this Sixers team needs. They need a good guard that can come in off the bench, give them a good steady production of scoring, but also be able to knock down the three-point shot and defend as well. And something else that's really underrated about this move is that he's still young and he's on a very good contract. I believe he has 2 years left on his deal with $8 million in each of those seasons. That's good value for a player who's still 24 and hasn't quite shown what he can do yet. And still be looking to make a bigger impact on the Sixers team with hopefully a bigger role. And you can't discount the fact that he also comes from Memphis, which is a winning culture. And he's kind of just a dog. He's going to bring it every single game. He's going to give 100% effort. He comes from that type of team, that type of culture. And I'm super excited to get this guy in here and to give him a bigger role in this Philadelphia 76ers team. I think he can contribute to winning a championship. Now, will I say, do I think De'Anthony Melton is going to save the Sixers franchise and be the reason that they win a championship? No, of course not. But you need to build good depth. You need to add good pieces that fit with what you're trying to do and that are willing to buy in. And I think De'Anthony Melton fits just that. And I think he will be a great addition to this 2022-23 Philadelphia 76ers team. So that's pretty much all I got for this video. If you did enjoy, subscribe for more Sixers videos just like this and Eagles videos. And drop a like down below to help push this video out to other people. And comment down below your thoughts on this trade and what your thoughts are on De'Anthony Melton. And with that being said, that's pretty much all I got for this video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.